Welcome back to Narco Ball Wannabe Show. Let's jump right in here. In this thread, nothing new to report this week unless you want endless non-factual ideas of what this image could possibly relate to. So just enjoy this lovely image for a little while longer. Yeah. A couple of new artworks that I haven't previewed yet. I forget the name of it, but it's a Darksteel something or other for the mirror inside. And yeah, it's cool looking. It's obviously a Darksteel effect. Doesn't really tell us anything about it, except that the hands are in the position that usually relate to a Mox, except they're coming from the side instead of from the front. So it's probably not a Mox, especially since we already have one. Sort of War and Peace here. We got flames and some sort of gold on the new card that's going into everyone's EDH deck, because EDH doesn't have enough swords already. It's everyone's favorite new equipment. No idea on what it does, but it does look pretty awesome, straight from the mothership site. It's another sword, and we're all going to love it because we all love those swords. Buying Duels of the Planeswalkers 2012 on Steam will net you this awesome alternative art Frost Titan. It reminds me a lot of the Frost Giants from World of Warcraft. And I'm going to say it's a big one-up over the previous artwork, that's for sure. Really psyched that we're getting 3 different promotional cards. Frost Titan goes for Steam if you buy it for your computer. For those of you buying it on Xbox, you get an alternate art Grave Titan, which just looks awesome. It's not, as cool as the other image. I don't think there's no green glowy things going on, but it still looks wicked awesome. And for those of you that have a PlayStation 3, you get the alternate art Infernal Titan. All I can say is PS3 owners got gypped on this one. We get the Infernal Titan. It would have been a lot better if we got the Primeval or even the Sun, whatever it's called, the Sun Titan, but I guess we got the coolest artwork of them all on the worst card. But it's cool to see alternate art cards coming out for Titans. Surely it'll get new players into the game. New Phyrexia is the name of the last set in the Scars of Mirrodin block. We have a winner. I'm not going to say I knew it was new Phyrexia. I was really hoping it was going to be new Phyrexia, but I honestly thought it was going to be Mirrodin Pure because WotC never does anything I want villain-wise. So I'm really glad to bring Phyrexia back. So let's jump right in here with their preview card, which is then, oddly enough, Phyrexian. So Elish Norn is a 5 white 7 converted mana cost legendary creature Praetor. It's got Vigilance. It's a 4/7 mythic rare. It has other creatures you control get +2/+2, and creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. For those of us who can't see the card too well, because I'm not really good at uploading, it is written in Phyrexian. They actually had a linguist come in and make up the whole Phyrexian language for them, and now we actually have apparently some sort of alphabet. Are there going to be cards printed in Phyrexian and cards not printed in Phyrexian? I don't know. This might not even be in your boosters. This just might be the promotional item, but for sure it is in the Phyrexian. For those of you who didn't notice, that card is printed in Phyrexian, is only readable sideways, and is a super cool card. It's like I said in Emmenkar on crack. I'm really glad the next set is new Phyrexia instead of Mirrodin Pure. If you look at the other card, you'll see that the numbers for power and toughness are printed sideways, so when it swings in combat, the number 4 is facing the opponent, and the 7 is facing towards you. The 5 in the converted mana cost is pointing in the similar fashion sideways, and the +2/+2 you can read definitely if you turn the card sideways, which means the text is kind of goofy when you read it. But if you pay attention to the video, you'll definitely see Phyrexians right, vertically, not horizontally. So when you read the card in Phyrexian, you'll actually be reading it the way that Phyrexians read it. I'm going to take a different approach here from card art analysis to video analysis. In the upper left-hand corner, we can see the aforementioned Phyrexian text. I'll provide a link to the video in the description below. New sources of mana power the machine orthodoxy. The video hints at new sources of mana, but I'm more interested in the machine. But I don't think they're going to be referring to a new color or some silly new Soul Ring effect. I think it's going to be more practical and probably block-specific mana source. I've read on rumors that they're hinting at using all 5 of the colors now to help power their army and their way of life. But the other colors of magic are not unknown to Phyrexia. Very early on, they knew about it. If they actually used it in their quote-unquote sorcery. I do believe they have in the past, so I don't think they're referring to the other 4 colors. I do think they're referring to something else, like an alternative mana source, as I've already mentioned. The body is whole, but whispers splinter the mind. It'll appear the Red Praetor is a betrayer to Phyrexia in some way. Keeping in flavor with red, it wants what it does most at any cost. In this case, defecting from Phyrexia so it can enjoy its own killing spree. Phyrexians seem to know about this problem, and the Mirrors see hope where there wasn't. It could be, it might not be. You know, it's kind of up in the air. People are saying it's another red dragon of some kind. I think it looks more like an elemental being, maybe a nightmare horror creature type. Definitely legendary, because all the Praetors are going to be legendary, I presume. I don't think this has any real big significance story-wise. I mean, Betrayer and Phyrexia doesn't mean that Phyrexia is going to go away. We've already got them here. They're staying probably for quite a while again. I don't think there's any problem here. It's just flavor thrown in there, and in the long run, red's going to do what it's going to do, and it's going to kill everything and everyone that gets in its way as fast as it can. The Heart of Mirrodin burns is referenced by both sides, seeing it as the ultimate weapon for each side's own battle plans. Obviously, it's referencing Karn here. As the savior and the destroyer of Mirrodin, both sides think that he's going to side with them. It's obviously on Karn on who he's going with. A little bit of flavor I have read about Karn sounds like his mind is too infected to make the right call. But we're talking flavor-wise here. He's the new father of machines. He's probably going to go the villainous route, and he'll probably be fine in like 3 or 4 years when he realizes, oh no, I've been a horrible person. I need to fix my world again. The real question is Karn going to be a legendary creature or a planeswalker? I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're getting both. Either 2 planeswalkers as Karn or 2 legendary creatures as Karn, but not 1 legendary and 1 planeswalker. 1 for each side. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, though. It's a really big leap, but that's why I'm here, making the tough calls. Let's talk about alternative mana sources again. I'm thinking something along the idea of Thran Turbine. One, it could be mana that is only playable in Phyrexian decks, similar to how Snow Mana works, but that seems like it's wrong. Second idea is mana filtering of some kind, so it's easier to play your bigger spells. And that kind of goes with idea number 3 of colored mana that's used to play for mostly Phyrexian spells, similar to the way the Bringers work from 5th down. You pay 1 of each color instead of their extremely high converted mana cost. On a side note, the Turbine is so good now that we don't have mana burn. Thanks, new rules change. And then talking about that machine again, that's got me interested. This is the only really machine-like structure I can find, and its flavor is it keeps getting more fuel to do one thing, and that's to keep making more fuel. Sounds Phyrexian to me. Nothing really going on in artwork that I can tell. I'm willing to bet it's a giant proliferating machine of some kind. But that's about it. To the winners of the 75 subs, your winning prizes are being sent out this week. Now I have everyone's addresses. Be sure to check your mailbox in the next 2 weeks. It might be a little longer, so don't be surprised. I'm sorry for the lack of content this past week, but I've been pretty busy with work and such. Just hold on, I'll get better content every week as weeks go on. I'll do the Knights vs. Dragons video coming up soon, probably on Friday. And my personal build of White Weenie is coming. And gotta get a few select items going. We'll get some more deck lists going for you guys too, since you seem kind of interested by that. And if you guys know of any good MTGers on YouTube, post a link to their channel below or leave a video response for them. So until Friday or next week, guys, I'll see you then.